Hi guys, good afternoon. Hello people, good afternoon. Welcome to one more day of review. So we are going to finish our review of units 7, 8, and 9. Hi Rebecca, hi Weaven. Good to see you guys. Welcome to one more day. How are you Rebecca? How are you Weaven?
I'm fine. And you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. Good to see you Rebecca. So today is our last class before the break. So next week, guys, we have a break, just like the following week. We also have a break. So our break lasts for 2 weeks. Okay. So we leave on July 19th and we come back on August 2nd. All right, people. So we have 2 weeks, 15 days roughly. All right. So today is the last, this is the last class before the break, just so you know. Okay. And it's going to be fantastic because we'll have a chance to study for the test, and that will be great. Okay. So I'm happy we have this break. And we can also prepare our project. So that will be awesome too. Okay, guys. So today is already July 14th. So we are approaching the Olympics, right? Are you going to watch the Olympic Games? Yes, guys. So to start our review today, I would like to log in again to our platform because the platform has everything very well organized. So let's go there. Can you see that? Yes. It has all the main topics that will be assessed in our test. So can you see that, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Yes, good. So as you already know, Unit 7 talks about people, Unit 8 about stories, and Unit 9 about the future. Okay, guys. So we did the review of Unit 7 on Monday, and we just have to do the test to finish, okay? I put here on Google Classroom the most important topics from Unit 7, all right? So we talked about time expressions, contrast linkers, and the simple past, especially the simple past of the verb to be, all right? So back here, back to the platform. I'm also talking to some students who are not able to connect because their internet is not working. So some students are also attending our class via WhatsApp. So just a second, let me try to. Okay, let me just talk to Weaven. All right. Okay. Yes. Hi, Willem. Good afternoon. Good to see you, Willem.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. So let me just print screen again, just in case you crash, because our connection is something we can't trust, unfortunately. So we need to take several pictures. So let me save that picture, just a moment, just a second. All right, people. So, like I said before, today is the last day before the break, and we did the review of Unit 7, which was about people. In this unit, we talked about contrast linkers, we talked about the simple past, and some prepositions. So, let's do the unit test, everybody. Okay, let's click there and see. The unit test will review the grammar, the vocabulary, and the expressions from the English for real. That part of the video, remember? Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so can you see that, people? Great, awesome. So let's try to complete the sentences using the correct form of the past simple of the verbs in parentheses, all right? I will just try to maximize a little bit more so you can see. Is it okay now? Yes, can you see it?
Yes, yes.
Good. So, very simple. And that's the way it's going to be in your test. All right, people? Let's do the first one together. Her exam results, remember, the past. Okay, guys? So, her exam results, very good last semester. She got 10 A's. Here, it's for us to use the verb to be. So how can we complete this? Yes, very good, William. Were, affirmative, and as exam results is plural, we need to use were, okay? Affirmative. So her exam results were very good last semester. So now, guys, I'll give you 2 minutes to complete the other ones from numbers 2 to number 8. All right? All right. So I will time you to do that. So let me do that now. 2 minutes. You can start. Go ahead. Hi, Weaven. Try to print screen and do the exercise. I'm giving them 2 minutes to do the other exercises from 2 to 8. Okay? You should try to use the verbs in parentheses here or in brackets in the simple past. Okay? Oh, okay, no problem with it. That's all right. Try to do now. If you have a piece of paper, you can write down the answers on a piece of paper. If not, um, you just print screen, okay? Or take a picture using your cell phone. After the exercises are corrected, I suggest you take a picture, okay?
Teacher, I have a question.
Okay, Kawani, go ahead.
After we finish the exercise, We have to send to you the result?
No, it's not necessary. We are going to correct together,
Okay, thanks.
okay? So the time is over, all right? 2 minutes are over. We are going to correct now. So let's check it out, people, because I'm timing the activities. So now time's up. Let's see what you've done. The second one, let's check it out. What did you put? Here is the verb to be negative.
Wasn't.
Was.
Remember, here the subject is he, third person singular. So it should be was, or in the negative, wasn't. Here it says negative. So he wasn't. Okay. Number 3. Here it says affirmative. So
Where.
Was.
I was. Okay, guys, please review how to conjugate the verb to be in the simple past. I was. Number 4, when she was a child, my grandmother, now it's the verb to live.
Leave it.
Good. Number 5, on Monday evening, we, the
Went.
verb go. Okay. Simple past of the verb go, it's irregular. So went. Now, number 6. Guys, these verbs here, lived, went, they don't have any variation when we are using the third person singular, like here, my grandmother lived. If I say I lived, they lived, okay? The variation in the third person only happens in the verb to be, okay? But the other verbs, no. The other verbs, they are the same for everybody. I lived, you lived, he lived, okay? I went, you went, he went. Okay, guys, what you need to know when we are using other verbs is to know if they are regular or irregular. This is what we need to know, okay? Number 6, now negative. He, how do I make the negative in the simple past?
Weren't.
Okay, this is not, yes, this is not verb to be, okay? Here, the verb is to win, okay? I'm not conjugating the verb to be anymore. I'm conjugating now other verbs. Live, go, win, arrive, go. Now here, affirmative. Number 5, affirmative. Now number 6, negative. No, that's different. So here, how can I make the past negative? How do I make the negative, people, in the simple past?
Didn't.
The verb to be, yes, the verb to be, we know. Was becomes wasn't. Were becomes weren't. But here, it's not the verb to be anymore. So it becomes didn't. Okay? So didn't and now.
When.
Yes, the verb, guys, goes back to base form in the negative and in questions in the past. The verb is always in the base form. Win, win. Okay? If I'm using any other question, for example, live or go, I'm going to put the same thing. Didn't live, didn't go, didn't arrive. Okay, people? Because I'm making a negative sentence. So negative sentences, the verb is always in the base form, never in the past. In the past, only the auxiliary, didn't. For questions, the same thing. Did did you win? Did you live? Did you go? Did you arrive? So the verb is always in the base form for questions and negatives. All right, people? So it's very easy. Piece of cake. Okay? Now here we have a question. Questions are easy. Let's see here. How do I make the question?
Did they arrive late?
Yes, perfect. You just have to copy. You just have to copy the verb. No changes, nothing. You just have to put the auxiliary, of course, did, but the verb, guys, you just have to copy. Arrive, arrive. Go, go. Number 8 is another question. That's easy.
Where did she go last
Where
night?
did she go?
Yeah. Where did she go last night? Where did she go last night?
Oh,
That's it. Where did she go last night? That's a question in the simple past. So it's very simple, very easy. Okay, guys? So simple past in English, when I'm using other verbs, not the verb to be, when I'm using other verbs, in questions, I just have to use the auxiliary did before the subject only. The verb is always in the base form. Negative, the same. He didn't win, or he didn't arrive, or he didn't go. If I want to say, if I want to use another subject, I didn't win, I didn't arrive, I didn't go. The same. I didn't live. Always in the base form. Now, affirmative, positive sentences, then I have to use the verb in the past. Okay, so I lived, I went, I won, I arrived. Then I have to conjugate the verb in the simple past. Only affirmative. Okay, guys? So that's why the verb to be is completely different. The verb to be doesn't have auxiliary. The verb to be is a single verb, okay? So that's why we conjugate in a different way, okay? When we have to use the verb to be, you will see here in parentheses, be, okay? Negative, not be. Here, no, okay? All right, so let's check answers, okay? Now, next activity. Now here, this is about the vocabulary. The vocabulary of Unit 7 has to do with time expressions, okay? So this is to do with prepositions, okay? So look, the first one is using the verb to be in the past. Her clothes designs were popular. Which preposition is the best? In,
In.
on, or at? In the 60s. When I'm referring to a year, I always use the preposition in. Year or month, okay? So in May, in September, in October, okay? Now let's do the second one. They went on vacation
On.
on Monday. So we use on for days of the week, okay? Next one, number 3. Now I'm indicating when something happened.
We were.
Yes, but we have to say something else. Not only we were, we have to say
When we were.
when we were. Yes, when we were at college, we wrote a play together. Okay, it's an indication of time. Okay, number 4. I started writing my book 2 years.
Ago.
Yes,
Ego.
2 years ago. Okay, I'm giving um, an estimated time when something happened. Okay. Number 5, Malia and Kai met
Last year.
last year. Okay. So these expressions of time indicate simple past. Okay. Good. Number 6, I had to do a math test yesterday as part of my interview. I think I, because my math isn't very good.
Succeed.
Succeeded? Really?
Agripado?
Oh,
No,
very good.
failed.
Failed. Yes, because look, the person is saying, I think I, because my math isn't very good. So if my math isn't very good, I can't say I succeeded. I failed. I think I failed. I'm not very confident about my results. Okay, so I think I failed. Number 7, guys. My parents
Married.
married
Yet.
married in 1999. I was born 2 years later. Okay. Number 8, I love my job. I always wanted to be a writer and
Succeeded.
succeeded. Very good. Awesome. Number 9, she left college 4 years ago and
Became.
became a teacher. You see, guys, all the sentences are in the simple past because they talk about actions that happened or started and finished in the past, right? Number 10, scientists
Discovered.
Discovery.
discovered, discovered, okay? Discovered water on the planet Mars. All right, very good. Okay, so we use the simple past to talk about actions that started and finished in the past. We also use the simple past to talk about facts in the past and also to talk about a sequence of events that happened in the past. Okay. All right, let's check everything. Very good. Great. So this is the second part of the test on vocabulary this time. Time expressions. Okay. If possible, guys, take notes. Okay, guys, this is very important. Okay. Next one. This is the final part. So let's check it out. We have some dialogues. Okay. Actually, we have 3. Excuse me, guys. Let's see the first one. We just need to complete the dialogue, sorry, with the expressions or the best words. So let's take a look at the first one. Hi, Joseph. How can I help you? I'm so sorry. I forgot my essay at home. Don't worry. You can give it to me tomorrow. Thank you.
So,
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's an intensifier. Okay. I
really,
I really appreciate.
It.
Yes.
you,
I really appreciate it. Guys, this is from English for Real, that last part of the lesson where we have the video, remember? Then how does the person answer if you say thank you? My
Pleasure.
pleasure. Yes. The topic of this lesson is how to say thank you and how to respond. Okay, that's the topic. That's why. Okay, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My pleasure. So it's a formal way to say thank you. Second one, guys, let's take a look. Try to read in silence so you don't always have to listen to my voice. Read in silence and then we will complete the sentence. Which one is the best option here?
Of you.
Of you. Okay, good. And then
your,
you're welcome. You are contracted. You're welcome. You're welcome. And then the person says something else. And then how do you respond?
or,
Of course, not a problem. Thanks very much.
Anytime.
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 Okay. Thanks very much. Anytime. Okay, great. Checking everything. Perfect. So guys, take a look at this. See, let me see if I can minimize so you can take a picture. Oh, this is, yeah. Unfortunately, it's not possible to, but you can take a picture of the first one. Now the second one. Yeah, here you have the second one. It's more complete. All right, good. Okay, can we close? Yes. Okay, guys, now let's move on to Unit 8. So, Unit 8 talks about stories. Do you remember that? So, let's see the most important parts of that unit. We're going to see just vocabulary, grammar, right? So, in vocabulary, we have some verbs, right? Then we are going to see the grammar point, vocabulary and grammar again of 8.2, and then 8.3, vocabulary and grammar, simple past, past continuous, because we are talking about narrative tenses, okay? English for real, listening and showing interest. And then we are going to do the test. Okay, let's try to do it quickly. Let's see that. So which verbs did we talk about in this unit? Remember, the verbs that we use that talk about relationships, remember, brothers and sisters fighting, so arguments. It's even nice for you to have an idea of the project that you want to present, okay? So Unit 7 talked about people. Unit 8 talks about stories, right? And let's see, complete the sentences with the correct words from the word bank. We have here hit, made a promise, force, argue, avoid, and fight. So let's see the first one. Near Mexico City, you cannot see two very large volcanoes. Popocatépetl. Oh my God, it's crazy to say that. Popocatépetl. Aha, impossible to say that. I don't speak Spanish and I don't know the name of this volcano. Do you know the name of this volcano? Whoa. Popocatépetl. Popocatépetl, maybe. And Iztaccíhuatl. Iztaccíhuatl, Popocatépetl, and Iztaccíhuatl. That's the closest I can get. Popocatépetl and Iztaccíhuatl, they're very big. Yeah, and so are the names. All right. Okay. So near Mexico City, you cannot. Which one is the best word to complete the sentence?
Void?
That was my reaction when I saw the words. Huh? That was my reaction, yeah. So here, which word do you think they are using to say that it's impossible not to see those two very large volcanoes? Because
Avoid.
you can't avoid, yes, you can't avoid seeing two very large volcanoes because they're so big that it's impossible not to see. Okay, guys, so you can't avoid. Now, try to go ahead. Try to complete the other ones. Okay, guys, and then we correct. I will time you for that. I will just time you for like 1 minute. I think 1 minute will do. And then we correct. Okay, let's go. All set, go. Okay, guys, thumbs up. Let's change their names a little bit. Let's give them some nicknames. Instead of calling them that long name, let's call them Popo and Itza. I think it's easier. So Popo had to leave to
Arg.
fight. Yeah, to fight the Aztecs. Popo to win the fight and return for his love,
He made a
Itza.
promise.
Made a promise. Okay. Mhm. So he made a promise to win the fight. Mhm. He didn't want to
I did.
argue. Okay. So what's the meaning of argue, guys? Do you remember?
No.
To argue is to have a verbal disagreement. Okay. It's when you have a verbal disagreement with someone and there are some offenses that you exchange. So that's an argument. So it's not something good. So he didn't want to argue. He liked to speak calmly. So then he hit the mountain, okay, with his hand when he heard the sad news. A man tried to force Itza to marry him. He lied and said her true love died. But no, right? So what a nice story. That's a beautiful story. Okay, everything good? If you want, you can take a picture of that. So let's move on to the unit contents because we are not going to do all the activities, only the most important ones, remember. So let's go back there, Unit 8, stories. So we are skipping some parts and we are going to focus now on the grammar in context. The grammar of Unit 8 was about must, must not, and can't. So let's take a look there. So here we need to organize the sentences just to make the sentences correct because they are scrambled. So reorder the words to make questions in sentences. The first one, we need to find either the auxiliary verb or a question pronoun. So what do we have here?
Does
Mm-hmm.
he have
Okay. All right. Does he have?
to?
Mm-hmm.
Esse aí último que eu não sei
Yes,
falar.
the last one. Fight the Aztecs. So does he
As-
have to fight? When I use have to, I'm talking about things that are necessary. So is it really necessary? Does he have to fight? Okay.
Yes, he
Now,
does.
Okay. These are the possible answers when I start a question with does. Okay. So yes, he does. Number 3.
He
Mm-hmm.
can't marry
Yes.
her now.
Great. That's a single statement in the negative, right? So he can't marry her now. It's not possible. Okay. That's the idea of can in the negative. Now, number 5.
He
Mm-hmm.
wait
There is something before.
Must.
Yes, he must.
wait
Mm-hmm.
a few years.
Okay, that's it. When we have a modal verb, it usually comes before the verb, right? So he must wait. Modal verbs, they usually play the role of auxiliary verbs. Okay. Next one.
Why?
Here we have a question pronoun. So why?
Just
Yes, auxiliary.
wait.
After the auxiliary, we need the subject.
Have.
He have.
Yes. Now, why does he have?
To wait.
Yes, very good. Whenever we have a question pronoun, we use the auxiliary. After the auxiliary comes the subject. After the subject comes the verb. Okay? So why does he have to wait? The final one.
She
Mhm.
must not believe the man's lie.
Yes, the man's lie. When I use must in the negative, I'm talking about something that is either like forbidden, not permitted, or something that should never happen. Okay? All right. Okay? Can we check? All right, everything correct. Please take a picture. Okay, guys. Yes? Good. Now let's go back to unit contents here, course content, sorry. Now we are going to see unit 8.2, the other vocabulary that is also important. Let's see that. Okay, guys. So look, match the beginning of the sentences to the correct endings. So here we have, he was not sleeping, but he pretended. Here we have the endings.
Um,
To be sleeping.
To be sleeping. Yes. So pretend, people, is when you are not honest, you are not actually doing something for real, you are just pretending. Okay, so it's not really true. Okay, so he was not sleeping, but he pretended to be sleeping. He just closed his eyes and he pretended. Okay. All right, so do you understand the meaning of pretend?
Yes.
Yes, good. Number two, his hand was in his jacket pocket. His hand protected.
his
His money.
money inside.
Great. Number three, the man searched through his bag
And
And
took
took
the
the
money.
money.
and took the money. Okay. And number four, the man escaped from the bus
Before the
Before the
police
police
arrived.
arrived.
before the police arrived.
Police.
Yes, before the
Okay.
police arrived. The stress is on the second syllable, police. Okay,
Okay.
good. So perfect. Very nice. Okay, so take a picture if you want. Now let's see the grammar. from this unit. Okay, let's try to get. Yes, grammar in context. Past continuous. That's the focus of this lesson. So, okay. So listen, guys. Rewrite the underlined verb in the past continuous. So that's the second part of this lesson in terms of language. Okay. So let's say we are telling a story or we are telling what happened. Okay. So Sam, when the man threw his bag. So let's see. What was Sam doing? To make the past continuous, we need to use two parts. One part is the verb to be in the past. Okay, so let me write it down here for you. Always in the past. Okay, and the second part is the verb in the ing form. This is how we form the past continuous. So here, let's do this. Sam was
Listening.
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 Yes, in this word here, the letter T is silent. We do not pronounce the letter T. It's completely silent. We just say the S and then we jump to the vowel. So listening, listening. Okay, we ignore the letter T. It's there. We spell the word with letter T, but we don't pronounce letter T. Okay, so Sam was listening when the man if we need to put all the
Was
verbs,
looking.
yes, was looking. Okay, when the man was looking through his bag. Two actions happening at the same time. Okay, Sam was listening when the man was looking through his bag. Sam
Was sitting.
I have to put the verb to be, okay, guys? This is mandatory. Sam was sitting on the bus when he called the police. Sam
Was hold,
was
holding.
holding, yes,
Holding.
good, the money in his pocket when the man sat down. The police officers,
Was
Was
asking.
asking.
so look here, the subject is not singular
Were.
anymore.
Were asking.
Were, I have to change the verb to be. Were asking, okay? Yes, that's tricky. Here we are talking about Sam. Sam was. The man was. Sam was. Sam was. But here, two police officers were. Okay? Now, Sam, a lot of questions when he called. Sam
Was
uh,
answering.
was answering. Okay. Sam was answering the questions when the bus stopped. Sam again, negative.
Wasn't crying.
Very good. Now I have to put the verb to be in the negative. Simple past, negative. Sam wasn't crying. when he told his mother the story. Sam and his mother.
were talking.
Okay, good. Plural. We're talking about the story when they saw the man on the news. Okay, so take a picture. Let's check the answers. Okay, everything correct. All right, people. Good. Let's go to the unit contents. Yes, can I close?
Yeah.
Good. Oops, sorry guys, I clicked wrong. Let me clear my annotations. Yes, this is exactly where we should go. We should go to this 8.3 vocabulary, and then after that, the grammar. Okay, so this is where we should go actually. So this is the third part of Unit 8, vocabulary again, time expressions and stories. So put the sentences in the correct order. So guys, what do you think happened first here?
One night I was alone at home.
Yes, very nice. Then what happened next?
I Someone was walking on my roof.
Can be, but I think something happened before.
Suddenly, I heard a
Mhm.
loud noise from the roof.
Yeah, I think that one happened before. Okay, I was alone at home. Suddenly, I heard a loud noise from the roof.
Someone was walking on my
If
roof.
Yes, so probably this is what was happening. Someone was walking on my roof. So what did you do?
she looked outside and saw a cat under my roof.
No, something happened before. Imagine.
Eventually, I let the cat in.
The last one. I
I
Call
immediately,
into my
I
neighbor.
immediately called my neighbor and asked her for help. Imagine you are alone in the house. Suddenly, you hear a loud noise from the roof. You don't know what it is. So you just think, there is someone walking on my roof. Then you call your neighbor and then you ask for help. So what does your neighbor do? She looks outside and she sees someone on the roof. But this time it's not a person, it's a cat. Okay?
She looked outside and saw a cat on my roof.
Yes. So she looked outside and saw a cat on the roof, on my roof, actually. So this is, yeah,
Eventually, I let
eventually I
cat.
let the cat in. Eventually, guys, has the same meaning as finally I let the cat in. Okay? After everything happened, I let the cat in. So let's check it out. Everything okay? Please take a picture. Okay. Now let's see the grammar in context. Now in this part, we are going to see the contrast between simple past and past continuous. Okay. These are narrative tenses. So let's see, guys. Choose the correct answers to complete the sentences. Let's see. When my family, the house, I lunch in the kitchen. So when you read all the sentence, you notice that one action is short and the other action is long. Okay, you notice that. So let's see. When my family
Left.
left the house, I,
Was eaten.
yes, I was eating lunch in the kitchen. You notice that. You can feel one action usually happens fast, the other one takes some time. It's a long action. That's why one is in the simple past and the other past continuous. Okay. Number two, guys. While someone on my roof, I quickly my neighbor. So you know, especially when you have a word like quickly, you know that this is the short sentence. Okay.
Was walking.
Was walking. I quickly
Called.
called. So this is another word that we do not pronounce this letter here. We don't pronounce the vowel. The vowel E here is not pronounced. We say called, called. Okay. I quickly called my neighbor. Okay. Number three, my neighbor TV when I her. So
Was watching.
yes, when I
Phoned. One. Phoned.
phoned, phoned. I don't
Phone.
pronounce this vowel, so I phoned her.
I
Okay,
phoned. Phone.
phoned her. Good. Long action, short action. Number four, I
Mhm.
to my neighbor when I the noise again.
Was talking.
I was talking to my neighbor when I
Eared.
heard.
Heard.
Heard. Yes, I was talking to my neighbor when I heard the noise again. Here, the letter L is silent. We don't pronounce the letter L here. We say talking, talking. I was talking to my neighbor when I heard the noise again. Okay. Long action, short action. Okay. Number five, while I, the dishes, the doorbell, so
Was watching.
was washing, yes, the doorbell,
Rang.
perfect. Long action, short action, perfect. Very nice, people. Take a picture. Great. So 8.3 is over. Let's see 8.4. 8.4 is the video lesson, English for real. Listening and showing interest. That's the topic of this lesson. Okay, so let's take a look there. Remember, that's the moment when I think Andy is at the farmer's market and he meets a person he knows, right? So watch the video and choose the best answer for each question. So let's see there. Before we watch, take a look at the questions that we need to answer. Where did Kathy and Andy meet the first time? At a career fair or at a law office? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't want to choose anything. I just clicked by accident. Who says that's great? Andy, Kathy, or both? Who says I see? Who says is that right? Who says yes? And who says really? That's amazing. Okay, so let's watch.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Let's go.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm sorry. Do I know you? You look familiar.
Yes, I'm Andy. I met you at the career fair last spring. You're Miss Edwards, right?
Of course, Andy. Please call me Kathy. So, how are your studies?
They're going well, thanks.
That's great. So, what are you studying?
Political science.
I see.
But I'm also on the pre-law track.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's great. So, you have a law firm,
I hate when connection is like this.
right?
Yes, I do. And we're having a party for our 10th year on Main Street. That's why I'm here, buying healthy snacks.
Really? 10 years. That's amazing.
Oh, too bad. We can't do this. Connection is very bad here.
So, do you like being a lawyer?
Actually, yes. Most of the time.
Yeah, it's lagging, guys. If you have a chance, try to watch this.
So, I was wondering.
Yes?
Yeah, no, this is too bad. So try to do this exercise later. Okay, guys, this will be very nice for you. This is really interesting. So you can review the vocabulary they used. Okay, so let's move down here. It doesn't go down. So let's see unit 8.5, the perfect quote. It's a speaking activity using adjectives in a story. Let's take a look there. Let me see if I can go there. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, what happened? So let's go here. 8.3. So in unit 8, guys, just reviewing, we talked about vocabulary in the beginning, the grammar, must not, and can't, deductions, okay, guys, and things that must, extremely necessary, must not, things that should not happen, should never happen, and must not, prohibition, can't, things that are impossible, okay? We saw more verbs here in the vocabulary part. In this unit, we saw the past continuous, okay? Then in the third part of the unit, we saw the contrast of the simple past and the past continuous, right? The video part was about showing interest, but then you can do this later. It's nice to review. The last part is about speaking, but let's try to do the test, the unit 8 test, just to review all that, because I know we don't have much time. Let's see if we can do it. Because it seems our connection is not so good either. So let's go there. All right, so let's see. The first part is going to be choose the correct words to complete the sentences. So let's say, Abdul get a passport before he goes abroad. So what do we have to do? Modal verbs, right? We have to choose the modal verbs. So must or must not?
No.
Must, okay?
Okay.
Must is extremely necessary.
Oh, okay.
Okay? It's something that you really need to do because if you want to go abroad, you must have a passport, okay? So must have a passport, okay? This is an exam. Students, look at each other's work.
Have to.
Have to? It's an exam.
Oh, must not.
Ah, okay. Must not. It's not allowed. It's something that you should never do. Remember the idea. Let me make it bigger so you can say. So this is an exam. So students must not look at each other's work. Okay, guys. Make sure you look at the sentence carefully. Now, number 3. Does everybody
Have to take
have to take the exam? Okay. Next one. We
can.
can't. Look, the owner doesn't like it. Okay, so we can't. It's not possible. Number 5. It
Was raining.
yes, past continuous. It was raining all day. We got really wet. Number 6. They
Were
were.
watching.
Yes, they were. I can never say they was. They were watching movies on Saturday afternoon. Number 7. I
Was cleaning.
was cleaning when my cousins arrived. And while I heard a loud noise.
Was eating.
While I was eating. Okay, guys, so you see a lot of examples using the past continuous. So if you decide to present a project about Unit 8, you should use examples in the past continuous, okay, in your project. Okay, number 9, he
Was or I don't see.
so he hurt his leg on his bike because this is not something long. It doesn't take a long time to happen. This is something like a short action. He hurt his leg on his bike. It's not something continuous. Oh, he was hurting his leg on his bike. It's not usually continuous, all right? So this is something that happens quickly. Oh, he hurt his leg on his bike. Okay. Simple past. The manager of the restaurant
Was given.
was giving or gave?
Okay.
Gave everybody a free coffee. This is also something that we understand as a fast action, not something continuous. I think this is something that, oh, it happened. Look, the manager of the restaurant gave everybody free coffee. we usually understand as something like a fact that happened at a specific time in the past. To be something continuous, we should have something else here. We should have extra information to understand that it was a continuous action. Okay. All right, people. So let's see. Yes, perfect. Okay. Take a picture, people, if it's possible. I don't know if you can see all the, let me minimize. Yes, now you can see from number 1 to 10. Okay. So people, try to do from because now this is only the first activity of Unit 8 test. Okay. The next one here is about the verbs. Okay. So here we have 2 months ago, I made a promise or argued a promise to my best friend. I made a promise. Okay, so you should practice these verbs again. Hit,
Okay.
force, okay? Try to do that. And then the next one. This is the Unit 8 test, okay? The last one is always a dialogue you need to complete, okay? So here you have, oh, hi, Nadia. What are you doing at the moment? I'm in college. Is that right? Yeah, I'm in my first year. Is that right, people? It's an expression of surprise, you know? It's like, oh, how nice. It's the same, okay? Oh, is that right? Yeah, I'm in my first year. So, what are you studying? Well, I'm in my first year. So, we study lots of different subjects. In the first year, we study lots of different subjects. Oh, I see. So this is how you show interest. Okay, guys, I will do this quickly. You can say wow or right. Do you know what you want to do? I want to study business because I have an idea of my own business. I have an idea for my own business. That's interesting. Here could be wow. Okay. This is something nice too. Instead of putting right, you can say, oh, wow. It's just because when you say wow, we usually put an exclamation mark, not a period. Okay. So I want to organize swimming and bicycle tours for students. Last year, I took 10 students on a tour to France. So look here. Wow. How did it go? Okay. Now here it's wow. So here right is better, like I was thinking. Really well. They all want to do it again next year. Really? That's amazing. Okay, people. So this conversation is important, and probably in your test, you will have something like this. Okay, you need to complete with some words. Okay, so everything there. Try to take a picture of that if possible. Okay, now here. Okay, guys. Now, I will ask you to do, people, for homework, the review of Unit 9. This is really important. Try to do here. Unit 9 is about the future. So, of course, you will see future forms. Okay, look. You're going to do, in the beginning, um, the grammar, going to and will for predictions, vocabulary, verbs for prediction. Okay, guys, these are two important things I want you to do. After that, you're going to do it in 9.2. Grammar again, vocabulary. 9.3, you're going to do the grammar about articles, okay? 9.4, English for real, giving encouragement, okay? Then you should do here, you can listen to this podcast if you want, but then I want you to do a unit 9 test, okay? Finally, when you finish that, please do unit 9 test, which reviews everything. Okay, people? So try to do that and prepare your project. Okay, choose a unit and prepare something simple but with examples from the unit, using vocabulary and grammar from the unit. This is all we want. All right, guys. So let me take a picture again here of the list, participants list, so we can record your attendance. Guys, next week there is no class. We have our break. The break starts on July 19th. Just writing down again so you know. And the break finishes on August 2nd. So we have no class on July 19th, but we have class on August 2nd. And August 2nd is our test. So we come back, we have a test. Okay? So be prepared. Oh, I erased by accident, but I will send you via WhatsApp so you know what to do. Okay, guys. So best place to study, online practice. If you need extra help, here there are some worksheets to do. Okay, guys. So come prepared because August 2nd is your test. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, people. And do your online practice. If you do it, you will be fine. No problem. Okay, guys. Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebecca, William. Thank you, Kawani, Weaven. Congratulations for coming, Weaven. You were very brave. Thank you so much. Manu, thank you
Bye,
so
teacher.
much. Have a nice break. Enjoy, relax, sleep. Really, everybody
You
needs it.
too.
Bye-bye. Take care, guys. See you in
Bye,
August.
teacher. See
Bye-bye.
you. I go.
Take care,
Bye.
guys. Bye. See you. Take care.
I have a nice day.
Have a nice break, people. Enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.